this episode of KSAX TEG. Today I'm at Gorilla Games in Waite Park, Minnesota. Right now I'm with the owner of Gorilla Games, Andy Nielsen. How long have you been opened?
Since March.
Okay. What do you guys do differently here at Gorilla Games that most video game stores don't do?
Well, there's a lot of big box stores. Obviously, they just sell new stuff, and then there's pre-owned stores. They sell new releases and pre-owned games, and then there's other stores that just do pre-owned and retro. We actually do all. I do new, pre-owned, and classic. So I'm actually the only one in the area that does all three.
Now you do game repair too, and disc repair.
Yeah, if a game comes in scratched, obviously I want it to play just like new, so you don't come back. I mean, customer service is a really big deal to me. I want people to be happy and I don't need to make another trip if they don't, if they don't want to come back in here. So I make sure I clean up all the discs, make sure that they, shine them up, make them look pretty. But if you got some of your own that you got from the other game stores that are scratched up, or if you knock your console and get that laser ring in them, I'll fix them up for $3 a piece. If a game comes in without a case, they'll just put it on the shelf and stick their fake little sleeve on it and call it something, and then you got a whole wall full of it looks like the same exact game. We actually print out real case art and then color branded cases, so you get the clear green with your 360, your little shorter PS3 Blu-ray ones, and then the white ones for the Wii. So we make sure that what you're getting looks like if you would have bought it new.
Sure.
And that's part of having it. That's why a lot of people aren't download it like the music. Because music used to be with turntables. You used to have big speakers, your turntable, and then your albums.
Yep.
But nowadays people are in their car, they're on the go. There's just no value of having that collection because nobody sees it. But still, with the home theater, you still see your bookshelved games or movies, and that's part of it of owning that game, is to bookshelf it.
Now, how about the old NESs? Do you fix those? I know that a lot of them break and you have to blow in them and do all that with the connectors. Do you fix that?
Yeah. Actually, you can buy connectors. If you want to do it yourself, it's very easy. You just a regular screwdriver, open it up and replace the 72-pin connector. That's actually pretty much the only problem that goes wrong with those old consoles. So they're like $12, but I do it and install it for $20.
Wow.
The whole thing. I actually just told Mom earlier today to get it out of the attic. That she said it broke and she just stuck it in the attic. Just get it out of there. So she actually bought a couple of games and she's gonna bring in her console later so I can swap them out. But yep, all it needs is a little love and care.
How many employees do you have working for you?
I currently have 6.
Okay.
Normally do weekends, a little part-time, give me a little break. That may change if we, once we get going. Like I said in the beginning, that we've been open since March, but word has really spread. I mean, every day somebody tells me this is the greatest store they've ever been in. Every day, and that really, then I know I'm really doing something right. To keep going. So if people invest in me, I'll invest in the future of gaming.
Whenever there's a big release on a game, do you have a release night or do anything like that?
Yeah, we'll actually have a launch party.
Okay.
As long as I get enough, it doesn't matter if it's some Barbie game. If enough people pre-order it, I'll have a party. And that's not standing outside waiting in line and picking up your copy and walking away. We turn off the lights, get my consoles going, which we can talk more about later. Throw some music on. We have a party. I do free pop and chips, and that's what we have. We have a party.
Another thing I noticed is over there the cage. That's different. I haven't seen that in too many stores.
No. Most stores want you to get in and get out, and that's not what it's all about. It's really about playing the game, making sure you like the game. This guy's hanging out just to hang out. There's not a lot of places to hang out in St. Clair. Actually, you can roller skate, you can go to the movies, or you can hang out at the mall.
Yeah.
This way you can actually hang out and play any. Right now I just got 360s back in there, but you can play any 360 game you want. I got about 300 titles. Oh, wow. So it's an arcade of 300.
That's great.
Which I can't even tell you an arcade that even has 300 titles. The cage is set up mostly for members, like the other pre-owned video game store. We do a membership. It's $15 a year, and then you get 10% off all pre-owned stuff, 10% off new accessories, 10% more on your trade-in, and then you get an hour in the cage for free every single week.
Oh, wow.
The cage has got dual 52-inch LCDs hooked up to 4 $500 game chairs. The chairs actually have 12 motors in each one for force feedback, surround sound. There's system links, so you guys can play each other on them, and they got Xbox Live on them. So
Oh, wow.
it's a blast.
What are your store hours?
Right now during the winter they're noon to 8, and then normally they're 9 to 9. So during this spring and summer when kids are out of school, it'll be 9 to 9, Monday through Saturday, noon to 6 on Sunday. Currently at our winter hours because nobody wants to get out there. I mean, even if you're a native to Minnesota, I mean, it is cold, so we're noon to 8 right now.
All right. Thanks a lot, Andy. I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thanks for watching this episode of KSAX TEG, and be sure to check out Gorilla Games in Wade Park.
The views of this video are not necessarily the views of Hubbard Broadcasting or its affiliate stations. This episode of KSX TEG is brought to you by Gorilla Games in St. Cloud.